say though, this is going to be similar to game number 1. If Fnatic Onic does not close early game, they will have a lot of problems in the late game, specifically with the Moscow on outplayed. I mean, it's not a Claude, and they, Blacklist International doesn't have a lot against the Trizla, but it's still a Moscow.
Yeah.
It's still a Moscow that just flats out win the late game versus Harith, because you don't deal the same amount of damage in a specific duration. Like, yeah, sure, you both deal huge amounts of damage, but Moscow, once he goes in, he doesn't stop. Harith has to wait for the cooldowns.
And he literally goes for the ultimate to find team fights faster.
Exactly.
He can go from one lane to another to just dish out a ton of damage. So it really depends on how the rotations are going to be like, especially with, the level of composure and the level of communication that both of these teams need.
Outplayed is playing an MP the King, because I always call Moscow an import. Like, he can play from the other region, but when you need my help, I can spear back to PH.
Yeah. He was like, you know what? Here's a spear from MP, and then he gets it to go, and then he lands on the damage, and then the rest is history, right? But as of this moment, both of them are going to be here in the Philippines, and they're going to be playing this game number 3. It's King Kong and, should I say, MP the King, finally securing that level 4. MP, not just yet, he is still quite left behind. This is the advantage of having that assassin.
Yep. I like the fact that King Kong always rotates towards mid too. Like, he always tries to help out his duo mid just to be able to clear the waves much faster, so that they're able to hold both sides of the push. And it just ensures that no matter what happens in the early game for Fnatic Onic, there's no way they're gonna lose the mid lane. Like, the pokes are not gonna be there from the opposition. King Kong's always gonna be there if anything happens in the skirmishes. So it just ensures that Fnatic Onic is stable in the mid lane and is stable in the first 2 minutes of the game. And that's the reason why they're able to do this. Just rush a turtle, and Kirk is already there. Flicker out from Lord JM, and it's just a free turtle for Fnatic Onic.
Again, another easy take from the side of the Sonics. And you have to give it also to, the zoning that Kirk is being given. And he might actually outplay the rest of the members here, but he decides to just get them through style points. It's not going to give you gold or kills, but he's still going to be right over there.
I mean, Lord JM wants to overstay. He used the Primal Wrath. There's a Zosk coming behind on top of the XP lane.
Oh, put us back there.
And
there you go.
He is going to die. That is a huge blunder.
Oh, no. Here we
by
go.
Lord JM. But here we go. MP the King. He smells it. Roar. I smell blood. And MP the King takes Super Friends.
Yeah, he was out. He was out. Like, from that moment, Lord JM was like, you know what? For the greater good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make sure that I buy enough time just so when MP the King and Haji is going to arrive to the top lane, I'm going to give my jungler a kill. Because that is the main objective of this match. You give your damage dealers the necessary gold for them to be able to take damage.
And it's very poetic too, like Blacklist International pulling Roger from mid lane to top lane. It's like Blacklist recruiting MP the King to to join Blacklist International.
That does make a lot of sense.
It's very poetic for Blacklist International to pull this off against Fnatic Onic in this game number 3. But again, the problem still persists that Fnatic Onic's early game is much crazier than Blacklist International. So anything that happens in favor of Fnatic Onic in the early game is always going to be bad.
Yeah.
At least you mitigate the damage with the rotation from MP the King, but still you're not going to be fine with what happened on top lane if you're a Blacklist.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much activity here from both of the teams. Only the ones that happened on top lane, which resulted into a stalemate 1 kill for Blacklist and Fnatic Onic Philippines. Blacklist would have, or should I say Fnatic Onic Philippines would have to, find and continue to get those trades for them to even bring it into the late game, given that the fact that it is going to be crazy for them the later portions of the match.
This is good timing for a lane swap. Blacklist International, they understand their assignment. They send the Moscow towards the top lane, and he gets, speared to be able to join the fight in Fnatic Onic. Although there are 5 here, Blacklist International is essentially 5, but they're just going to give it out. But again, outplayed, being in position as soon as they realize that a turtle is going to be up. At least he's going to be able to take some gold out of the energy shields, but hold that thought. Blacklist International, they want to help out. They want to clean out this tower here. They are looking for the trade. They say, all right, Turtle's bottom lane, Harris bottom lane. For sure, Fnatic Onic is going to try and clean up that tower. Let's just take top.
Yeah, but you know what? That isn't the case for them. No one went to the top side. Instead, they managed to, trade it down low and get some energy shields of their own before it expires
Both
after
wins.
5 minutes. Yeah, it's a win-win situation for both of these teams because Harrod is down, the Moskov is up top, and both of them are going to be securing an objective, at least a turret each. So good chess moves from both of these teams. Not really, giving a lot, but just taking what was given to them.
Yeah, but I would say the bigger win was on the side of Blacklist International because now you also have to put heroes on the top side if you're a Fnatic Onic because you don't want the jungle creeps of your jungler being taken away by Blacklist. So this equalizes the balance of the map, which just makes sure that Blacklist International, whatever happens, they are going to be able to find farm on outplay.
Yeah, that is right. You're actually right there because given that this is the situation now for the side of Fnatic.
How was that flicker?
Yeah. I did saw that. I mean, Haji, I think it was a misclick. That is kind of like unfortunate because the turtle is going to be arriving here. Lord JM is going to be using the flicker. That was very much needed now for the side of Blacklist.
I mean, that was kind of warranted, but I mean, yeah, Fnatic Onic, again, they're just looking for ways to engage here. They don't want to stop with their aggression. They send the heroes on top lane to defend the wave being pushed here by Fnatic Onic, but bottom side of the map, they are setting up for the turtle here.
You see, that was indeed an interesting choice because the turtle is actually going to spawn in just within 10 seconds, and they went onto the top side hoping that they would find someone down there to try and push and get into the outer lane turret, but apparently that wasn't the case. They were just willing to help out, outplayed upon getting those objectives, and that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to continue to push forth. Meanwhile, Fnatic Onic is easily...
No way!
I say that.
That's why you never leave your turtle, folks. That's why you never leave your turtle, but Fnatic Onic does not leave Blacklist International alone. Brusco finds the implosion, and Perks goes down two with the Harith Synchrofition. Top lane though, Moskov is pushing the tower. He is finding the trade, but Fnatic Onic, again, beautiful sequence, but outplayed. With no effort, no sweat and tears, just steals the turtle away from King Kong.
Yo, Midnight, I know that there's no Ruby in this game, but Blacklist got offended.
They were offended
that was
indeed.
A really good spell, spear, landing right at the perfect timing. It was a gamble, but that is exactly the reason why you don't leave any objective behind. You just make sure that everything is going to be secured 100% because you have everything right there.
Let's be honest here, that's probably unintentional, but benefit of doubt, right?
Yeah.
Benefit of doubt, it's still a Moskov. But outplayed, the timing was impeccable for Blacklist International, but you also have to commend Brusco. He found an amazing implosion against Blacklist International, and Fnatic Onic, every step that they take is towards the base of Blacklist.
Yeah, they're still keeping that, that 800 goal lead. It hasn't actually moved as much.
Well, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, right. It hasn't really moved as much. But as of this moment, I honestly feel like this is really going to be very important for both of these teams, given that, at least both of them is going to try to secure a bit more of the action moving forward, because this is still going to be a strategy for the side of Blacklist International to find those openings, to find the extra lanes that are happening on both sides. Because if you can get to do that, Blacklist's lane up top are cleared, and now you start with the bottom.
Yeah, more rotations coming out from Fnatic Onic. Once again, they are just looking for ways to engage here. Perks looks for a kick against Super Prince, but it's for naught. They don't have the engaging power against Fnatic Onic, especially with Kirk on the Terizla with the blade armor. Most physical damages will be repelled here by the Terizla. That's why Kirk is just standing in the front line, putting damage onto this Edith. Brusco again with the conceal. They are just trying to scare Blacklist International away from this major objective. Outplayed at top. No spear whatsoever from the side of Blacklist.
Yeah, this is what you were talking about, right? Just making sure that you get those necessary objectives for you to claim victory. But there is Brusco once again. He couldn't find anyone. But this is the pressure that we were looking for from the side of Fnatic Onic. Blacklist International is having a hard time given that their early game really wasn't as good because of the fact that Fnatic Onic was also able to get something in return. It was a better scenario for them if they were all getting it, but that wasn't the case apparently.
Yeah, it's always Fnatic Onic not caring about anything that you do, really. Like, if you trade, yeah, sure, you trade, but we're not going to stop in doing what we're supposed to do. And that is usually the right call. Like, if you're supposed to do something, just do it. don't look for like the enemy looking for trades, because if you don't go for it, then you might miss your opportunity. Speaking about opportunity, Brusco finds one with an implosion, but he dies as quick as that initiation has gone on for Fnatic Onic. But they lose Lord J on the side of Blacklist International, though. That's one front line for the agents. But Fnatic Onic, they're not done yet. Looking at the middle lane, the damage is there from outplay. They are staring at the Fed Moskov, though. So it really is scary for Fnatic Onic to just go all in. But now Perks looks for the pickup on the backside, but he does not find it. Haji goes down! And Kelra with the Holy Crystal, now he has more damage. No Zaman Force, though. It's still MP the King and outplayed, defending the base of Blacklist.
Yeah, they might be able to defend this one and still keep that middle lane inhibitor intact, given that it could still go to the side of Fnatic Onic, but King Kong's like, you know what? I don't care. I don't give a care in the world if there is going to be there, but outplayed 2 for 2, but he's not going to be able to land that kill on towards King Kong. King Kong's a little too slippery for a gorilla that's like, 75 feet tall. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if that's what the inspiration from the IGN is, but
probably is.
It is Fnatic Onic Philippines with a 75-foot tall of a lead as well, because you not only have 4.6k gold lead, you also have 2 inhibitors down, and that's super minions that's lining from mid to bot.
Yeah, one more knock from Fnatic Onic. They will open up a new household under their name and Blacklist International.
Sana all.
They have to look for ways to bounce back here. That is not Sana all. You don't want to be in the position of Blacklist.
No. I mean for Fnatic.
Yeah, I know,
Onic.
for Fnatic.
For
I'm making contrast.
Oh, right. I was like, I don't like that. We don't like that. If you're Blacklist
I don't like that. I don't like it too.
I don't like that.
I don't like Zach too.
Yeah, that's not the situation.
Just putting it out there.
But for Blacklist International, they're going to have to deal with this Zaz. Super Fins, so far having, 2 deaths. He's been caught red-handed a couple of times here. But in the same manner, he's going to have to, lead the charge for them, try to use those little monsters to just dish out the damage and find the vision, find information elsewhere, so that Brusco would be able to use the conceal and then move forward for the finishing blow in this game, especially with them burning down those 2 inhibitors. Now, if you're the side of Blacklist, you're really going to have to lean towards those setups, because that extra, pick-off is actually not working so far, and they have to find the right person to do that.
Burst, all right, they're bursting it down. Speaking about burst, Fnatic Onic, they have the damage. Lord Jam in the front line concealed by Perks. He's looking for King Kong. Is he gonna get the catch? No, the dodge was there, but Brusco misses. An implosion flicker, and Blacklist International, they want to fight it out. They want to fight it out. Well, Fnatic Onic, they are successful in disengaging. Are they? Empty with the Lycan Pounds. Low HP. Are those 2 heroes? The kick is there from Perks, but he gets cancelled. Immortality popped onto the Joe, but King Kong is defending top lane against the Moskov. They don't have the damage dealers here for both sides, but MP the King still goes in. He is the king of the jungle here, because you don't have King Kong for Fnatic Onic. And now, bottom side, the TP is there. They will be able to defend this Lord.
Yeah, you're going to have to go back as fast as you can, because the Lord was fast approaching onto the middle side of this map, and they will be able to take care of business. But I sense a little bit of hesitation from the side of Blacklist International upon approaching that bottom lane team fight, because they were wondering, should I stay? Should I go? Are we going to try to go for the Lord? But that was a gamble, a high risk, high reward for the side of Blacklist International to keep themselves within this game.
Yeah, they were trying to juggle the tower dive between MP and Perks. Unfortunately, Perks suffered the consequences, but at least MP the King was able to slay 2 heroes on the side of Fnatic Onic. But again, it's not enough at the end of the day. It was just unfortunate for Fnatic Onic that they didn't have King Kong there, because he had to defend against outplayed. But that is also the strength of the Moskov here. That's the reason why late game he's much scarier compared to this Harith. There is that macro advantage that Blacklist International has with the Spear of Destruction, as well as the diversion from the Louis. Now Brusco with conceal, he doesn't have the flicker. And the duality is there from the Louis, stopping the Tigreal on his tracks.
Yeah, they're going to have to be aware of the Moskov, especially if, a close call happened up top for the Fnatic Onic Philippines' defense, where that inhibitor is just near shy of being taken down. So they're going to have to be aware of it, especially because that's also the same lane where Blacklist International is going to keep those inhibitors, and that is going to be a problem moving forward, since you have the Lord spawning right
on
at
the bottom side.
You're going to have to be aware of that as well. Everybody has to be calculated.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? All 10 players should be concerned for that lane. Because look at the towers up top. Blacklist, pretty low. Fnatic Onic, pretty low. So both of them have to slow push this Lord, this opposite Lord lane before the Lord spawns.
Yeah, but if you're Blacklist, you're also gonna have to take like a bit more time to burn down those super minions, right? So if you're Blacklist, you're gonna have to like double time, speed up on what you want to do, try to execute something. Maybe have like a surprise play with Haji.
But the thing is, they can't even do that because their Fnatic Onic will just collapse.
Right, that's the thing. That's the scenario that we're looking for here. It's Blacklist International. They're slowly carving their way to like shorten the gold gap between them and Fnatic Onic Philippines. But FNOP is making so far the right moves, like 75% of the right moves for them to stay in the lead of this game 15 minutes in.
Yep. And now Lord is up here for the taking on the side of Fnatic Onic. Purple first for King Kong. He knows his priorities. He needs the energy. And Perks once again looking for the kick here onto King Kong. Lord JM, however, he sees the TIG. Blacklist International, they have an opportunity to engage here. They have the spear and outplay, but Lord JM gets poked as well as there is the knockback. And the knock-up from the Lord helps out Blacklist here. The kick! But Kelra secures the Lord here for Fnatic Onic, and an implosion onto the backside by Brusco. Oh, the TPs! They're looking for a macro maneuver. Outplayed up top. He wants the objective. He wants the towers. Spear of destruction. It's not going to hit anybody. But Blacklist International almost got it, and unfortunately for Lord JM, he got sent to his death. And Fnatic Onic, they're 2 people up on their side. All 5 players are alive.
Yeah, this is
on
not
their
looking
side.
good. This is not looking good for the side of Blacklist International.
Look at Kelra! Look at Kelra! Outplay here with the Lord. Tower lock and Fnatic Onic Philippines welcomes Blacklist on.